and welcome back to Culture Central. I'm Joy Donald with Culture Reports, where we covered the stories shaping Penn State's culture, campus, and community. From breaking news to student life and the arts, our team brings you the news that is clear, timely, and connected to you. Today, we are covering the latest headline news in the world of government, politics, and sports.
And it's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again. Thank you.
The government shutdown is finally coming to an end. After a record-breaking government shutdown of 43 days, President Trump has signed a bill passed by Congress last Wednesday that says the government is officially reopened and the shutdown has come to an end. However, we are still expected to see lingering effects of the shutdown, with federal workers still waiting for back pay on paychecks and air travel disruptions continuing as they push to recover. The bill that was passed, however, will only fund the government until January 30th, so lawmakers, congressmen, and women are pressed to come to another agreement. Although it'll take time to bounce back, we are already seeing national hotlines being opened back up, SNAP benefits being reinstated, Smithsonian institutions, as well as several other government-funded buildings coming back to open, and national parks slowly picking up the pieces to reopen. Speaking of President Trump again, the president has taken to the media to urge Congress to release the highly anticipated Epstein Files. Trump has taken to Truth Social to say that files should be released because, quote, "We have nothing to hide, and it is time to move on from this Democrat hoax perpetuated by radical left lunatics in order to deflect from the great success of the Republican Party." This comes after a long switch on his original stance, saying back in 2024 for his re-election campaign that if re-elected, he would vote to release the files. Since then, he has said that the files were a hoax pushed by the Democratic Party. Since Trump has put the statement out that the Republican Party should vote to release the files on Tuesday, the House overwhelmingly approved a bill directing the Justice Department to release all files related to its investigation into the Epstein case. The vote was an almost unanimous vote, as only one Republican voted no and 5 were not present to vote at that time. Since the bill has now passed through the Senate, this forces the Justice Department to release the case files as soon as it is received from the chamber. A CNN correspondent reported earlier Wednesday morning at 12:42 a.m. that Majority Leader John Thune said this would happen tomorrow. In Chicago and Oregon, a recall has been called for the National Guard troops. Those who will remain will continue to stay off the streets amid court battles over their domestic mission by the Trump administration, a defense official said Monday. Chicago mayor released a comment on the troops.
This withdrawal represents an unconditional surrender by the Trump administration. But more than that, it represents a massive waste of taxpayer dollars.
Currently, there are troops in California from the Oregon National Guard. However, those numbers are going to go from 200 to 100 soldiers, as well as 200 of the Texas National Guard that are currently in Chicago will be sent home, and the remainder of the 200 will be on standby at Fort Bliss, an Army base that stretches across parts of Texas and New Mexico. The NCAA revoked the eligibility of 6 men's college basketball players on Friday as a result of 3 separate sports betting cases that involved a power conference school and allegations of players throwing games to lose by more points than the spread, according to AP News. The NCAA concluded that players Shatan B.J. Freeman at Arizona State, Sequavius or Day-Day Hunter, DeQuavion Short, and Jamon Vincent at New Orleans and Donovan Sanders and Alvin Streedick at Mississippi Valley State were guilty of manipulating their performances to lose games, not cover bet lines, make sure that certain bets were achieved, or give information to other sports bettors. Sequavius, also known as Day-Day Hunter, had spoken on an interview saying that he had purposefully shot the ball so that it wouldn't make it. When asked why, he said,
"Basically, I had a child. I just had a child. So, the school wasn't paying me money, so, I was trying to get money to actually take care of my child."
Thank you for tuning into this week's segment. I'm Joy Donald, and this has been Culture Reports. Please stay safe and informed, and once again, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time here at Culture Central.